Hello. Welcome to Navigating the Way for Seniors. My name is Tabitha Tripp. I am the owner of Tender Hearts Home Health Care. I'm also a member of the Senior Resource Association, which is a group of professionals that have come together to provide all of those answers to some of the complex questions that seniors and their families have. My guest today is Ray Melanson. Hi, Ray.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
This is such a great topic that we're having today. Ray Melanson is Electric and Safety Services. So he provides all kind of electrical needs that are out there, plus all kind of safety for seniors. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to be talking about ways to keep seniors safe in their home. Being into home health care, Ray, you know that I'm a big advocate for keeping people in their homes as long as possible. But we have to tweak it and make things safe along the way. So Ray's here to tell us about wonderful equipment that we have. So I don't know if you want to start in one room and then work to the other, but what are some of the most common safety equipments that seniors know about so far?
Okay, obviously there's a lot of different products out there. There's a lot of new technology, a lot of affordable technology that's available for them, and that's what we want to make that awareness out there. Basically, the slip and fall hazards are the most concerns to us. Loose carpets and poor and inadequate lighting, some of the biggest issues.
Yeah, slip and fall, I know that is a big concern, especially when it comes to things in the bathroom.
Yes.
I think that's probably one of the places that seniors seem to fall the most. So I know that Ray has brought some wonderful things, haven't you, Ray, that we can talk about today. So let's just get started with grab bars.
Sure, I mean everybody's familiar with the typical grab bar. This one here in particular is made of plastic. There's some that are metal. And this ranges of different sizes, you know, up to 2 feet down to this size. There's also some ADA required ones, which are a little bit thicker, and those are mostly required in handicap accessible areas in commercial buildings. But most of the residential areas would get something like this.
Question on this. This is different compared to one of those suction cups grab bars, correct?
Right, absolutely. The suction cup ones are probably a last resort, not really recommended. Most doctors would tell you to stay away from those. To have this professionally installed is the way to go. Basically, it would get mounted on a stud. So we don't suggest just a handyman do it. Basically, a licensed contractor should be required to do that to make sure it's properly installed to handle the weight of the client.
So a licensed contractor is what's needed to properly put this in.
Yes.
And I noticed it has a nice little grip in here.
Yes, there's a lot of different features. Some of them just have just a plain, like I said, metal, which would be round. Some have some grip areas. This one here has a rubber, and it's actually shaped to the finger area as well, which is great.
Okay, so this should be installed by a licensed contractor, and it is better than the suction cup ones, which is interesting because I didn't know that. Is there a weight amount that can be used by these?
Yeah, absolutely. This one in particular, some of them they'll stamp on it the different weight limits. You can call and get a grab assist bar, which is good for about 300 pounds, which is usually more than adequate. It looks similar to a towel bar, but is not, and those tend to get mistakenly put in by mistake. There's also other ones that are hold up to 500 pounds. Okay. So usually when you buy that, the manufacturer would exactly specify a 300-pound rating or 500-pound rating, and based on your circumstances, that's what you would use.
Right.
And of course, now that rating is only dependent on it being adequately installed. That's why we always suggest a licensed contractor to make sure, because it's only as good as the support that it's on.
Exactly, and it's always safety first, and I see it in my business all the time. Well, I have the towel bar I can hold on to, and that is just probably the most unsafe thing for seniors is to grab that towel bar instead of getting something like this.
I see, you know, it's the towel bars, the doorknobs, the edge of the sink. So these are really dangerous items to reach out for. So I would definitely see a grab bar being a great need.
And you can install them not just in the bathtub, they can be on the wall as you're walking in, so you could have them throughout the bathroom until you even get to the bathtub, correct?
Absolutely. I've seen these installed in hallways, outside in entrances when you first have a step up, whether it's the back door, the front door.
Oh, sure.
Just those little changes make a huge difference.
So that's a great idea to put them also to the where the stairs are, getting in and up stairs.
And most of them, like the smaller ones, you can purchase at most home improvement stores for as little as $25, you know, up to $55 depending on the size and the type. So it's a pretty affordable safety item.
That's a real good safety item. Okay, let's talk about Oh, as far as grab bars go, there's also the handle that goes over the rail of the tub.
The tub, yes. There's different styles of grab bars. They have some in different shapes and sizes. There's some that actually go in a circle, some that go down at an angle, and they also have some in the tub that actually mount on the tub as well. And that would be another assistance to this particular grab bar. So you may see that getting into the tub, and when they're in the tub, this would be mounted on the wall for extra support.
Okay, so there are additionals where you might be using two different types of devices at
Absolutely.
the same time. Okay, let's talk about in the tub, because again, soap, shampoo, another way for seniors to go down. So what is your best recommendation as far as safety in the tub?
Usually, most of the time, we see someone either without a bath mat or the bath mat with the suction type. And what happens in particular is whether it's the soap gets stuck underneath, makes for a slippery surface, and makes that mat want to move. So unless it's cleaned every day properly and secured back down, it's really kind of an unsafe condition. And we do see on some occasions where they actually would take it out, leave it in the sink to be cleaned, and forget to put it back in the tub. So a lot of times you'll see this is it's a fairly new product, and it's actually a permanently installed bathtub mat. What it does is it
Permanently installed?
Yes, it takes your
Okay.
existing tub, which may have just like a regular smooth surface, and a lot of times you would see the little stickers or strips on there. This is just in a giant mat form. So it's anti-slip, and it's actually mold and mildew free. So we see these on bathtubs lasting 5 years, and they very seldom get dirty. And the benefit to this is it's one giant sticker, but basically it's a peel and stick. Difficult to install, that's why we suggest, again, a licensed contractor for this. But once it's installed permanently, there's no chance to have to take it in and out or change that out every year, or as well as worried about soap getting underneath to make a slip hazard.
And it's pretty durable for cleaning.
Yes,
And like
absolutely.
you said, it's mildew free. And what's the life expectancy of this?
I've seen these on for 5 years and no complaints whatsoever. As far as even dirty, usually your old mat would get mold and mildewy. You throw it out every 6 months to a year. This one here you can typically purchase for about $25, and it would last for 5 years. So if you look at the long-term savings as well as the safety benefit, it's a huge advantage.
Plus, just cleaning the thing would be so much easier. I know the one that has all the little suction cups. It's so hard to clean all in between there.
Absolutely. Most
so-
don't believe it's mold and mildew free,
Yeah.
but I can attest that I've seen these in for 5 years, and people say I never had to clean it. Just basically rinsing it off works well.
Right. And the beauty of this also, it goes the length of the tub. So you're
Yes.
not just dealing with a smaller little mat. It actually
Yeah.
goes most of the length of
Absolutely. On some occasions, some people would use what we have as the stickers or strips that you may see normally in a tub. You'll see them in different areas, but there's a chance for the senior to slip in between that area. So by installing the complete mat, you have the right width, and as far as the length goes such a long distance, it covers the entire area, so there's no chance for them to slip.
So can this be cut down to size? If you have like a tub that happens to be a little smaller, can you just kind of cut it down to size? Is that recommended?
Yes, for the crafty
Okay.
people, it actually works so good, and I have done this before because basically we have some people that they may have a shower, they may have a tub, and if they are comfortable with a family member, just shaping it to a certain area, that's not a problem.
Right. So it can go into like a smaller shower stall versus also on tub.
Absolutely. So it's a great product, and most home improvement stores may have this as well.
Okay, that's great. All right, look at all these other little gadgets on the table here. What else can you tell us about, Ray?
Well, getting back to the slip and fall hazard, we find that even just basically cellar stairs, some people may go down to their basement, whether it's to the washer dryer or do some other events. They do make stair treads, and this is an indoor and outdoor carpet. So the best thing about this, you can use them outside on the deck or the steps to get into the home. It could be glued down or tacked down, and they're extremely durable, and for as little as a couple of dollars a piece. So
that's
again,
not
the
bad at
home
all.
improvement stores will carry these, and these can be, like I said, installed in many different ways, but very extremely durable.
Very good. Okay, let's see. Well, of course, when we're talking about dim hallways and dim bedrooms where a senior gets up to the bathroom in the middle of the night or watching TV in the living room and now it's time to go to bed, they're dealing with poor lighting situations. So you have some helps as far as that goes too, don't you?
Yeah, correct. Most of the seniors, we find it's this pearly dim lit areas. So we always like to see, some well-lit areas, and there's a lot of products out there that are really affordable. Like I said, most home improvement stores have them, and this is basically one of the products here. And this is a plug-in item that actually is a motion-activated night light. So in regards to the typical night light, which is something to this version here, this one only works when motion walks in front of it. So whether it's in the bathroom, a hallway, or a kitchen area, or even in a bedroom, when they get up in the middle of the night, the light would light up, give them enough light to see basically that walkway. Some people keep it in the kitchen to be able to see their medication, and it works well in the bathroom as well without having to turn the light on.
Yep.
And with this motion sensor here, it would pick them up as they would walk past. After about 2 minutes, it would automatically shut off. So the advantage to this one here over a standard night light that may light all night long is it goes on and off. So not only is it saving electricity, it basically is the comfort of not having to have that little light shining in the hallway all night long.
Right.
And this one here is actually a plug-in model. And the suggestion would be the new technology, which is all LED technology. Long-lasting products, energy efficient. This one would last well over 5 years. And costs as little as $10 at most home improvement stores.
You can't beat that. And like you mentioned, the LED lights. I was researching some other safety lighting for seniors, and I saw these LED lights that you could put up a stairway, similar to this, but they have, I guess, is it a battery that's in there or something that makes it go? But one would go on, and then the next one would go on, and as you take the next step up, then the next one would go on, and the next step, and the next one would go on. And you could use that down a hallway. You could use it going up the stairs. I thought that was pretty neat, too.
Yeah, some of the technology out there with LED is just amazing, and most people aren't aware of the new stuff that has come out. So we suggest that you roam the aisles of the home improvement store, ask questions, get some information. But a lot of the products you see here are usually LED technology for the stairway as well. They do have that energy efficient one. It's battery operated with motion activation as they walk the steps. So simple little products, to light the way along their travels is a great feature as well.
Right, but it is keeping up with new technology is key here, because, granted, a lot of people are old schooled. I know my mother and father were old schooled when it came to a night light, but it's like you don't think of things of this nature that the technology, you just don't. So it's true. I understand what you mean. Roam the aisles of the home improvement store and see what's out there, or Google it.
Yes.
Or Google it.
Exactly, like I said, and that's to be able to show products like this, to show that those are available, to ask questions, to look around. Whether they're technically savvy, where they can go on the internet and search for a few things, or their family members can help them out. But a great suggestion is birthday present, Christmas present.
Sure.
These little items make a super gift. This one is the old school, night light, which would go on when it got dark. This one here is actually variable, so actually adjust to the light levels outside. So that's some of the new technology with these. And if you look on the back, it looks like the bulb is missing. Usually you see the big candle bulbs that used to be in here. This is now a little LED bulb. So it would last 5 to 10 years. And for as little as probably $3 at a home improvement store, something that would last, over 5 years is a pretty good value,
longer.
Surprisingly. So, and have the LED technology to be able to come on and off as the levels change in a room. So it's a great idea.
That's the one thing I like about you, Ray, is that you're in it for what's going to help the senior, and you're always sending out little flyers and things, and Ray sends out these flyers with all these little tips and things at Christmas time, and I make sure I put them inside for my clients so they can take advantage of different things. And this last one that you sent out is great because it has a power failure flashlight on it.
Yes, absolutely. The technology again has changed. So what used to be they would call an old Radio Shack item, used to call it a power failure flashlight, has now evolved into this new technology, which is all LED. And the best feature about this one, it actually gives you two different versions. One is LED lights on the side, which basically could light up in this area here. It can also be used as a flashlight and light up in the top as well.
Oh, so you can light it two different ways as a flashlight?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And down below as well. And the great advantage to this as well is there is actually a hidden plug here, which you would pop out. You would keep that plugged into the home and always charging. It's a battery pack built inside, so it never needs batteries, but it basically gets charged every time you leave it plugged into the outlet. So this is, again, a 5 to 10 year life item that may cost $10 to $12 at most home improvement stores. And the best feature we like about this is if the power ever goes out in the home, it would automatically light up. So you would set that position so you have an elder that's home alone. The middle of the night is a scary situation.
Sure.
In pitch darkness. So great for the bedroom, one in the living room. So not only can it be used like a flashlight, it can also be used as a power failure light. And the best feature we like about this is that no candle uses. Rather than going out
And getting
a candle,
sure.
you would take this particular item, set it on the table. It would run for about 6 hours of battery life based on when you had it charged in. And it gives you plenty of light to see by.
This is the beauty of this, like you said, a senior getting up in the middle of the night when it's dark. What do you do when the light goes off? You have to get up and you have to fumble around for a flashlight or matches or whatever you have in the house. And this just will go on automatically.
Yes.
Wow, I
Yes.
like that. That's a great
and to
feature.
be able to have this, you know, to just use it as a normal flashlight is a great feature to have. And usually what we see a lot of times is they'll have the typical flashlight with the batteries in it that are going dead. You know, and it's difficult for them to get out, go get replacement batteries. So to have this already charged, and what I suggest also is to keep some in the vehicle. So what we do suggest would be to buy 2 of them. One would be in the car, one would be in the home, and every couple of weeks you just switch them out, plug that one in and give it a good charge, and then you take it back out and put it back in the car. So they have one available for that if they travel a lot.
Oh, I like that. Now, see, there's new technology that I don't think a lot of people know about. I didn't know about that until you told me. So, getting back to a few more of these on the table here, what do we have?
This one in particular is called the 911 switch. It's basically works electrically, replacing your existing switch. So if you had a lamp post or outdoor light fixture, and your typical light switch would turn that on and off, you can have that feature as well where it would turn it on, turn it off, but it has an additional feature here called flash. You would press that button and it would actually flash the lamp post or flash any light fixture that you have connected. This particular model obviously would have to get installed by a licensed electrician, but it gives that feature of if they did call emergency and they live in an area you know, that was really populated and difficult to find their home, this would be a great feature to have.
Sure.
And also can notify a neighbor. You know, say somebody wasn't feeling well, didn't really want to quite call an ambulance, they can actually press that button.
Let their neighbor know. If you ever see my
lights flashing,
light flashing, call.
Neat.
That's a great feature also. And that, again, would be installed by a professional electrician.
Yeah, this one in particular, you know, some products are easily accessible through home improvement stores. Some like the grab bar and this one here would have to be installed by a licensed professional. But it's another great item that most people aren't aware of that it has that feature.
Right, that is nice. I didn't know about that either. How about this other one?
And this particular one here, again, electrically activated, and this would be worked by a licensed professional. And this is just a motion-activated light switch. So similar to the plug-in model where you'd walk in front of that and that would go on, this one would replace an existing light switch. So in a bathroom in particular, a senior or someone could walk into the bathroom and the lights would automatically turn on for them. It could be set to a predetermined time to actually shut off as they leave the room as well. So not only is it a good energy-saving device, but for someone who may have some arthritis or difficulties reaching, and that's what we don't want to do, is have a senior that might overreach and have a tendency to fall, this one would turn that on automatically.
Okay, right.
So you would typically see these in hallways, bathrooms, kitchen areas, and great for you coming in with groceries, lights come on automatically,
Sure.
or laundry rooms, and it helps the, you know, some elders that walk with the walkers that may not be able to overreach and turn on a light switch.
Right,
So this is a great advantage to that.
Okay. We've saved the best for last. This is just amazing. It's kind of like a GPS, you said, correct?
Yeah, this is some of the new devices that are available in the medical industry. Obviously, the typical, I press the button when you're falling. You see the necklace around or the wristband where they would hit that.
Which we're talking about the medical alarm.
Medical
I've
alarm
fallen,
system.
press it,
I've
help
fallen,
me get
I
up.
can't get up is the usual saying. And that usually operates off a box that has a speaker, and someone would press the button and an operator would come on and actually...
And you're also limited as far as you can go with that, too. I know some of them you might be able to go outside, you know, so many feet into the yard?
Yes, most are local. Some go as far as 500 feet, which could be several houses away. Usually the medical alert system is actually registered with your address, so you don't want to be too far away and press the button and people arrive at your location. But companies like this one here in particular, they provide a system here that has the voice box on it. So rather than talking into a box, you would actually have the 911 operator right at your fingertips, and you could do this as a necklace version, or you can do it as a belt clip version. And with the GPS technology, basically you could press this at any time and you could be located. So whether you're in the home, in the tub area, out in the yard, a lot of people spend time in the garden, it might be quite a distance. You can actually be able to talk to that operator right through the speaker. And if you decide that you wanted to travel, whether you travel across country or you're just basically going to the supermarket, if an emergency happened, you could press that button and you could actually be located by GPS technology.
So like you were saying when you were explaining this to me earlier, somebody driving in their car and started having some heart palpitations can actually talk to somebody as they're driving in their car.
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the new technologies out there, and I think it's a great advantage to seniors who travel a lot. A lot of them are on the go. You would take this with you, talk to the operator directly. You can be pinpointed exactly, so if you pulled off to the side of the road, you don't know where your directions are. This can actually locate your directions through the GPS technology. And what's great about this is it would be locating your family members. It could contact your doctor for you. So basically you'd have a contact list with this particular type of system. And like I said, located online as well. So if you had a son or daughter that was into the computer technology, they can actually locate your whereabouts. If they tried calling home and you didn't answer several times, they could actually track you.
Instead of bothering you, they just find out, oh, she's at the grocery store. That is that just strikes me as one of the most amazing things. And that's probably the newest technology as far as safety for seniors go that I've seen so far.
Yeah, with the medical alert system, there's a lot of advantages as far as in the changes in technology, and also too with GPS technology, which is pretty popular. Also great for the Alzheimer's patients and wandering clients that may wander.
For sure.
Can be tracked down as well.
For sure.
There's also an accessory that can be purchased with the medical alert system, such as this help button, which could be mounted in a bathtub, a hallway, and it basically sends a wireless signal to this particular product and an additional transmitter.
See, that's nice too, because a lot of seniors I know will take off their medical bracelet or necklace and put it down because they're going to go into the shower now.
Correct.
Who knows if they're going to have a problem in the shower where they might have a heart attack or whatever, or at least they have that button in the shower now that they can press.
Yes, these are just additional accessories to go along with the wristwatch or pendant.
Right.
Can be mounted, it's waterproof, can be mounted right in the shower.
Nice.
So some of them that do like you do have a tendency to take that off, they'll have this additional button there.
Right.
Some install this near their bedside. As well, it could be used as a tabletop where you would set it down right in front of the TV area, and they'll have that external button. So there's a lot of accessories that go hand in hand with this system.
Wow, good. All right, Ray, well, we're going to wrap things up. Do you have any last-minute safety tips or a general thought for...
A couple of things that come to mind is just a basic, simple item for as little as a few dollars at some home improvement stores is a panic alarm, which is basically something you would hang a keychain, keys on, and basically in the event of some type of an emergency, you would just pull that apart, and it's a loud decibel horn that would alert others around you. So whether you're in a parking lot, at the mall, something you're not feeling well, like I said, you do get chest pains or something that happens, you could alert other people rather quickly. So this is a great little item to have.
Excellent.
And last is a good item is always the typical smoke alarm. And we do also know that there are available batteries to it that are long life. So rather than a typical 9-volt battery that lasts a year, these last over 5 years. Found again in most home improvement stores, and they're called lithium 9-volt batteries, all long life.
Lithium 9-volt. What is the cost of those?
These are probably about between $7 and $9, so not a bad investment for something that'll last for 5 years.
Much longer, sure.
And when you think about not having to hear that beeping noise coming from the smoke alarm, which is usually a tendency for you to pull that down, which is something that's not advisable. So getting the proper smoke alarm or carbon monoxide as well is one of the big key components.
Good. Well, I think this was just such a wonderful, informative show today. I really am so glad that you came and joined us. And thank you for joining us again today. If you have some questions that you have for Ray or for myself, please locate the number at the back of your screen, and we'd be happy to get back in touch with you and answer any of those questions. Have a great day.